Okay, so
Start over.
so we're going to start over. Good morning, everyone. Those who may be viewing in YouTube or elsewhere. This is Aya Sivijana and Aya Nyanika, and we're going to be discussing a sutta from the Samyutta Nikaya, or the Connected Discourses, and it's the section of the Iddhipada Samyutta, which is translated as basis for spiritual power or psychic powers or basis for success. There's various ways that Iddhipadas are translated. And the ranges, their application range from everything from being successful in your some kind of a thing that you want to accomplish in life, like on a more worldly, like achievement or something like that, or, maybe like education or something like that, all the way to full awakening, support for awakening and support for meditation, for the practice of samatha or samadhi. And this particular sutta is talking particularly about accomplishment in samadhi. And the title of it is, I have also Bhikkhu Bodhi's translation, and I'm going to be posting Bhante Sujato's in a moment. And but Bhikkhu Bodhi's translated this as concentration due to desire. So samadhi is sometimes translated as concentration. And so I'm going to put a share screen up. And
You minimized your screen that you wanted to share, I think.
that's the one that has the...
No.
Yeah, I don't know where...
Yeah, I would get out of this screen.
I don't know why it's overlapping. It's back. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Mm.
I would recommend, because of the
I'm going to take this out.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, because I had...
What's going on back there? Okay, so that one
That's
is the one that popped up to start
that's the wrong
YouTube.
Okay. That's the one. See, it still gets...
You pressed the green button, which made it full screen. And so now...
So this is Sivijana's account.
I think it's this one. I think it's this one, and the YouTube just... Yeah, that tab there.
Okay, so...
All right, now we can go back to share. With enthusiasm.
Okay, so this is a part of our basis for success is to be patient, but that's not in this sutta.
Okay, and now the blue share.
Okay, there we go.
Awesome.
Okay, so now we have I don't know how to tell what it looks like.
You could click on this one to see the YouTube, or why don't you just let me look over on, I'll pull it up over here. But I'm quite sure what they're seeing is this screen of the sutta and then us in a little box on the side.
All right. So, excuse us for still struggling with this internet technology, but hopefully you can see the sutta.
Yeah, that's what they see.
Okay, great, wonderful. So now I will start reading and start giving some explanation of best to my understanding. This is immersion due to enthusiasm. So Bhante Sujato has translated chanda as enthusiasm, but it's often translated as desire, which confuses people because aren't we supposed to give up desire as good Buddhists? But this chanda is wholesome, and it's also translated as interest, and as I said, desire, wish, intention, impulse. But Bhante Sujato, probably from his understanding of how it's applied, has chosen the word enthusiasm. And Ajahn Brahm says aspiration, I think. He says chanda is aspiration, the aspiration to set wise goals. And so I'll start reading a little bit after this. So that's chanda.
Commentary says wish to do.
Wish to do. Yeah, that's goes along with aspiration to do something or interest. If I'm interested in something, it's going to be motivating me. If I have a strong interest in samadhi. So it says mendicants. If a mendicant depends on enthusiasm in order to gain immersion, gain unification of mind, this is called immersion due to enthusiasm, due to chanda. They generate enthusiasm, try, make an effort, exert the mind, and strive so that bad, unskillful qualities don't arise. So we have so anupananam papakanam akusalanam dhammanam anupadaya chandam janeti vayamati viryam arabati chittam paganhati padahati. So that is the first of the four right strivings, or the first right efforts. And that's a description, 1/4 of the description of right effort. And you see, chanda is in here. So these are kind of like woven into each other. The Four Noble Truths. I mean the Eightfold Path, containing right effort, has chanda in it. And chanda is an iddhipada, or it's a spiritual power, or power for success. So they generate enthusiasm, try and make effort, exert the mind, and strive so that bad, unskillful qualities that have arisen are given up. Upananam papakanam akusalanam dhammanam pahanaya chandam janeti vayamati viryam arabati chittam paganhati padahati. So that's the second. So first we're generating desire to prevent the arising of unwholesome qualities, and then generate the desire to abandon. They generate enthusiasm, or he says enthusiasm, or interest. They generate enthusiasm, try, make effort, exert the mind, and strive so that skillful qualities arise. Anupananam, akusalanam, dhammanam, upadaya, chandam janeti vayamati, viryam arabati, chittam paganhati, padahati. So that's the third of the four right efforts. They generate enthusiasm, make an effort, exert the mind, and strive so that skillful qualities that have arisen remain, are not lost, but increase, mature, and are fulfilled by development. Upananam, kusalanam dhammanam titiya asammosaya biyo bhavaya vepalaya bhavanaya paripurya chandam janeti vayamati viryam arabati chitam paganhati padahati. These are called active efforts. Now that's very interesting. Padana Sankara. So that's it. Actually, it's exactly what the dictionary here has translated it as. So I think Bhante Bodhi just says these are called volitional formations of striving. So he looked at it. It does have Sankara is sometimes translated as volitional formation, and padana is striving. So that's actually pretty nice. So active efforts. So you're applying your effort. You might in a very skillful way. And so there is enthusiasm, this immersion due to enthusiasm, and these active efforts. So they all work together. Oh, okay, here we go. This is called the basis of psychic power that has immersion due to enthusiasm and active effort. And this is one huge, long compound word here. And it's this dictionary has translated as comprised of mental composure based on interest and active effort. So the basis for spiritual power, or he says psychic power, Bhante Sujata is a psychic power. Basis for spiritual power, basis for success, roads to power, because of the pada, it's like the feet. So it's on the path.
Mm.
It's a
It's not pada there. That's padana. I don't see a pada in that one. Yeah.
well, that's what I heard anyway.
Okay, I like it.
So this says roads to success is one of the translations anyway. And this is called the basis for spiritual power that possesses concentration due to desire and volitional formations of striving. So that's Bhante Bodhi's translation. So samadhi, immersion. If a mendicant depends on energy in order to gain immersion, gain unification of mind, this is called immersion due to energy. So in the past, the last one, we had Wirya in the formula, but I think this is maybe saying that the emphasis is on energy rather than on interest or enthusiasm. I don't know how they would really be separated, but maybe it's a predominant factor. They generate enthusiasm, try, make effort, exert mind, and strive so that bad, unskillful qualities don't arise. So this is repeating that whole four right strivings or active efforts as also is translated it. And so so it ellipses down to, these are called active efforts. And so there is this energy, this immersion due to energy, and these active efforts. So I think we need to emphasize right effort here, and not like forcing it or trying to be too exerting oneself in the wrong way. I just want, at this point there, I have a couple of little snippets from both what Bhante Sujata had said and what Ajahn Brahm had said in recorded talks I listened to. And so with the Chanda, Bhante Sujata says, I want to be doing this. This is this desire. And they bring up enthusiasm. And then the energy is, I'm not giving up. That's how he describes it. You be persisting. You don't just, it's not being lazy. It's like, okay, things are getting kind of tough. I'm running into hindrances and I don't just give up. I don't just quit. And you have to also, um, you have, there's a balance to it too. You don't force yourself too much so you're exhausted with the meditation, but you just look at, okay, am I just being lazy here? Or is there this dullness of mind or whatever is going on? Tired? Is it genuinely that I'm tired or I'm just bored? And a lot of times boredom, you get boredom and tiredness or sleepiness get confused. And so you just really need to assess, but also make a determination. Okay, now I need to take a rest, but I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep this practice going somehow or another. Like I'm bringing awareness to the fact that I need some rest, and I'm making a determination to, pick it up later, but not just giving up easily. And Ajahn Brahm says heroic effort, which is interesting for Ajahn Brahm to be calling, but it's also, he says, heroic effort to give up control. And so it's not a grasping kind of effort or forcing, but there's this, it is letting go of the self is heroic because we have this attachment to self. So that's why he's calling it heroic, because it's beyond the normal kind of everyday accomplishment to let go of our sense of self. And but we have to do that with kindness and not forcing and not aversively. It's not that becoming averse to one's self, wanting to annihilate the self, but to do this practice fully, you need to really apply yourself. It's not an easy task. It's a but there's a balance to it. You don't want to force yourself or do more than you're capable of, or demand of yourself more than you're capable of. So kindness, enthusiasm, making effort, active effort. So these are called active efforts. And so there is the mental development. So the next one is translated as mental development, and this is chitta. There's the third of the iddhipadas, and this is called mental composure, stillness of mind. So it's often just translated as mind. I think that's how Bhante Bodhi translated it, as mind, chitta. And And then he calls it the effort striving. If a bhikkhu gains concentration, gains one-pointedness of mind based on energy, this is called concentration due to, no, this is energy based on mind. He just says mind. But what was interesting is that talks I heard, another talk by Bhante Sujato, he said, was talking about mind as awareness in this case. The chitta, and the awareness of what was going on. This is applying the mind in a particular way, emphasis on being aware to support your samadhi. And Ajahn Brahm talked about sustained awareness of the present, empowered sati. So this is like that kind of aspect of sati that's aware, that that knows, that pays attention. This is another thing that Bhante Sujato, paying attention, this attentiveness of mind. So this is a support for the development of samadhi. But actually, the kind of you might say it's a central aspect of mind in samadhi, is that awareness and sustaining the awareness. So, so it's like the same formula. So, if a mendicant depends on mental development in order to gain immersion, gain unification of mind, this is called immersion due to mental development. They generate enthusiasm, try, make an effort, exert the mind, and strive so that bad, unskillful qualities don't arise. So you see, all these things are folded in, they're included in each of the iddhipadas, but then this awareness, this sustained awareness, this attention, this aspect of mind is maybe more predominant in this case. This is called the basis of psychic power that has immersion due to mental development and active effort. Oh, I missed that one. And there is the mental development, this immersion due to mental development and these active efforts. So now then we go to inquiry, and this is vimamsa. And this, Bhante Sujato is translated as inquiry, but it's investigating, testing, considering, inquiry, investigation, discrimination. And Bhikkhu Bodhi has translated it as investigation. So, inquiry, investigation. So it's like looking at what's going on. What is happening with the mind? And what is helpful? What is harmful? What is helpful? So it's a kind of I want to say a fearless inventory. But we're really
Yeah.
looking honestly at ourselves and seeing, like I was saying, this is when you do that investigation, am I being lazy here? Am I being is this a unwholesome mental state that's festering? What's going on here? And what is helpful? What is going to support my ability to develop samadhi? And investigation, according to Bhante Sujato here, or the talk I heard, is to reflect back on the previous idis, understand the connection. So the kind of when you've used enthusiasm and aroused energy and applying the mind and sustaining the mind. How do they all support one another? How are they all interconnected? This is what his explanation of this inquiry. But I also think that what is helpful and what is not helpful can be an inquiry. And Ajahn Brahm, yeah, he does say what is going on, what is seen, looking into, investigating into the obstacles and observing what's going well. You pretty much leave alone when it's going well, but you can see, oh, this is working well. I can see that. But when you're investigating the obstacles, you would be saying, oh, what is this rising from? You don't have to do a deep psychological investigation of your childhood or something like that, but like, what is happening right now? What am I doing that this actually, because I can see present uh, in the present, these maybe the thought patterns have come from a whole lifetime, but I see these thought patterns that are repetitive and they're bad habit energy. Oh, this is bad habit energy. May have, who knows where it came from, but it's still here. It's bad habit energy. And what's triggering it? What's, like just random memories coming up or whatever, and then I latch onto it. Do I need to do that? Something like that. Just looking at what's going on in the mind now that's causing issues, what's causing the hindrances, supporting the hindrances. If we wanted to look back, we'd have to look back over myriad lifetimes. And that would just be endless and it's unsolvable. So we have to be present moment investigation of what's going on and what we're doing to perpetuate unwholesome habits. And just being honest with ourselves, like I was saying, oh, okay, I'm fueling this unwholesome mental state in this way. What fuel am I adding to the unwholesome fire? So that's my understanding of it. So they generate, try, make effort, exert the mind and strive so that bad, unskillful qualities don't arise. And it's the same four. We could go up to the top, so we'll repeat the four. It's good to they generate enthusiasm, try, make effort, exert the mind, and strive so that bad, unskillful qualities don't arise. They generate enthusiasm, make an effort, exert the mind, and strive so that bad, unskillful qualities that have arisen are given up. They generate enthusiasm, try, make an effort, exert the mind, and strive so that skillful qualities arise. They generate enthusiasm, try, make an effort, exert the mind, and strive so that skillful qualities that have arisen remain, are not lost, but increase, mature, and are fulfilled by development. These are called active efforts. And then that's the active effort that has investigation or inquiry. And so there is inquiry, this immersion due to inquiry, and these active efforts. This is called the basis of psychic power that has immersion due to inquiry and active effort. See, I'm going to read Bhikkhu Bodhi's. And this is the last paragraph, but let's see, that doesn't have I'll read the first one. Because if a bhikkhu gains samadhi, gains one-pointedness, that's ekaggata, of mind based on inquiry. I'm just going to put that there. This is called concentration due to inquiry. They generate desire for the non-arising of unarisen, evil, unwholesome states. They make an effort, arouse energy, apply mind, and strive. They generate desire for the abandoning of arisen, evil, unwholesome states, make effort, arouse energy, apply mind, and strive. They generate desire for the arising of unarisen, wholesome states, make an effort, arouse energy, apply mind, and strive. They generate desire for the maintenance of arisen wholesome states, for the non-decay, increase, expansion, and fulfillment by development. Make an effort, arouse energy, apply mind, and strive. These are called volitional formations of striving. Thus, this desire and this concentration due to desire or investigation. The last one is investigation. And the volitional formations of striving. This is called the basis for spiritual power that possesses samadhi due to investigation and volitional formations of striving. So I was just trying to end with the unellipsed. And I noticed that Bhikkhu Bodhi has some notes here. So Chanda, he says, is translated as desire, as the wish to do. And that's what Nyanaka was saying. And the volitional formations of striving, padana sankara, is a designation for energy which accomplishes the fourfold function of right striving. So that was what I was just reading. Also, it's exactly the same as the four right efforts. And then the next note is Vibhanga defines chitta only with the stock register of terms, but does not specify how it becomes a basis for power. So I like what Ajahn Brahm and Bhante Sujato how they were describing it as awareness and attentiveness, and that attention, that sustained attention, and particularly to the object of meditation. If you're developing here, they're talking about samadhi, entering samadhi with these iddhipadas as a basis. And so if you of sustained attention. The chitta is just staying with the object of meditation of the breath, for instance, and that sustained attention and not and also the heroic effort of not giving up to but so yeah, so that was always a little bit confusing when I was first doing research into the Iddhipadas and trying to see what was said about them. Not a lot is said, but at least that I was finding at the time. But chitta was one of the kind of ones that I was more curious about. I wasn't really getting a sense of how that it all worked with the chitta. And then the Vibhanga defines vimamsa with the register of terms for Anya. So this is it's in the category of wisdom. It's in the wisdom of collection of terms that are wisdom factors. It's one of the wisdom factors. So that's the notes. And I don't know if Nyanika has anything they would like to add to this discussion. I don't see anybody has come into, there may be people on YouTube, but there's nobody that.
I'm just sitting over here playing it, so no need for words.
Mhm. So the Iddhipadas are can be used, as I was saying, and all the way to awakening. The support for samadhi and the psychic powers for awakening would be the knowledge of the destruction of the taints and the knowledge of past lives and knowledge of karma or our actions, the consequences of our actions through the myriad lifetimes. And that's these Iddhipadas are said to support those. So everything from maybe being successful on your some project you're working on and putting your full interest and your full interest in energy and awareness and then investigating and seeing the best way to accomplish what you're doing, all the way to full awakening. And there's a whole section in the Samyutta Nikaya. It's number 51. So if you look up SN 51, it's very interesting reading. And it has a very colorful stories, wonderful, colorful stories in it, as well as some more discussion about the Iddhipadas themselves. But so I encourage you to check it out.
If you just kind of read, I mean, some of them are longer stories, but if you read just the first paragraph of the shorter ones, you'll kind of get a thread of all of the ways that these spiritual powers are supportive in our practice. So it can be for psychic capabilities, it can be for full liberation, it can be, for walking the path. And so you kind of see the ways that these qualities are supportive, why they're worthwhile. And then repeatedly that intertwine of the right efforts and these four powers.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for adding that. So yeah, so I think we'll end for now since there's no one here to,
We can sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
sadhu, 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 to pay respects to the Buddha.
You, the Buddha.
Okay. Araham Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantam Abhivadi Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammam Namassami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sangho Sangham Namah.
Did you do the YouTube? Yeah, you did. Oh no, there it is.